To everything there is a season, a time to begin and a time to end, a time to laugh and a time to cry. Life moves in rhythms we cannot control, yet each of us is touched by its ebb and flow. Some seasons arrive gently, like the soft fall of autumn leaves. Others strike with sudden intensity, leaving us breathless and searching for understanding. We celebrate beginnings, births, first steps, milestones, with joy, photographs, and stories. But the inevitable quiet companion of life, the moment when a presence fades, when a story concludes, is rarely spoken of until it arrives. Some will encounter it through the loss of a parent, a sibling, a friend, or a lover. Others may feel its shadow in subtle ways, in the absence of someone whose life shaped a chapter of their own. Today, we speak of that certainty we cannot avoid. Today, we speak of death. We spend so much of our lives celebrating beginnings. We throw parties to announce a birth, to mark the milestones of childhood, to honor achievements and firsts. We share stories about the day we were born, even though we cannot remember them ourselves, piecing together fragments told by others. And yet the one inevitable moment we all face, the end of life, remains shrouded in silence. We rarely speak of it until it arrives, often unprepared, forced to confront grief only after it has taken someone we love. But death is not a stranger. It is simply part of the human experience, a season that will visit each of us in its own time. It is a transition, as natural as sunrise and sunset, as constant as the tide. Some will meet it gently, surrounded by those they love. Others may feel its presence alone, in quiet reflection. And while we cannot predict when or how it will come, we can at least begin to acknowledge it, to speak of it openly, and to understand it in its many forms. Today, we pause to consider not just life, but the journey toward its final, inevitable chapter. 8 p.m. The room is quiet, save for the soft rhythm of a heartbeat that once carried life with ease. The air feels heavier now, charged with anticipation. Fingers grow pale, lips lose their color, and the warmth that once radiated begins to fade. Breaths come slowly, then pause in uneven waves, as if the body is learning to let go. 8:30 p.m. Cheney-Stokes breathing, the rise and fall of the chest in irregular cadence, marks the final hours. Eyes may flutter, searching for familiar faces one last time. A hand reaches for yours, a faint squeeze, a silent message of love and farewell. 9:06 p.m. Stillness grows, broken only by a sudden gasp, a reminder that life lingers, stubborn and delicate. Each moment stretches, suspended between presence and absence, a slow, solemn dance along the threshold of what we cannot yet fully understand. Some who have brushed the edge of death speak of experiences that defy explanation. A young woman, declared clinically dead for 3 minutes after an accident, recalls floating above her body, watching the doctors and nurses struggle to bring her back. She remembers details so precise, the color of the scrubs, the tilt of the stretcher, the hum of machines, that her family could confirm them later. Another man, near death after a sudden heart attack, recalls flashes of moments long forgotten, a summer afternoon riding his bicycle, the creak of a wooden swing, a white cat crossing his path in childhood. These are not the grand milestones of life, but the small, intimate fragments that often go unnoticed. Yet in the face of mortality, they surface vividly, as if the mind insists on showing us the life we lived, the life we sometimes forget, and the connections that truly matter. If life can flash before our eyes in fragments so small, what does that say about the essence of our existence? Are the moments we overlook, the laughter shared in a hallway, the quiet glance exchanged with a stranger, the feel of rain on our hands, more meaningful than we realize? When we face the end, do we truly understand what mattered, or do we only see what we forgot? And what of the soul? If it exists, does it carry these memories beyond the final breath, holding the pieces of our life together in ways our mortal mind cannot grasp. Are we merely collections of atoms, destined to disperse? Or is there something more, something ineffable that lingers after the heart stops? In contemplating these questions, we confront not only the mystery of death, but the depth and fragility of the life we still have, urging us to live with awareness and intent. Throughout history, humans have sought to understand and honor death, leaving behind rituals and stories that reveal the value of life itself. Archaeologists have discovered burial sites dating back thousands of years, where the dead were laid to rest with care, garments, food, and trinkets carefully placed alongside them. These were not mere acts of necessity. They were gestures of reverence, expressions of love, and acknowledgments of a life once lived. Across cultures, funerals serve both as closure and as celebration. Some pray for a favorable passage into the afterlife, while others commemorate rebirth, reflecting beliefs in cycles that transcend the mortal frame. From painted tombs to communal feasts, the ways we honor death reveal the ways we cherish life. Even today, rituals help us process grief, preserve memory, and remind us that while death is inevitable, our impact and our stories endure long after we are gone. Even when expected, the moment of loss can feel unbearable. Death teaches us the fragility of life in ways no philosophy or story can fully prepare us for. The absence of a loved one is not only a void in our daily routines, but also a rupture in the story of who we are. Memories, shared laughter, quiet conversations, simple gestures become treasures, bittersweet reminders of moments we can never relive. Yet grief, as heavy as it feels, is also a teacher. It asks us to reflect on our own lives, to recognize what matters most, and to cherish the fleeting time we still have. In the face of death, we learn the importance of compassion, forgiveness, and connection. We are reminded to express love while we can, to reconcile what needs reconciling, and to celebrate life in its fullness. Experiencing or witnessing loss equips us to comfort others, to sit with them in their pain, and to offer hope. In these shared moments of vulnerability, we discover the resilience of the human heart. When we face the inevitability of death, the most profound action we can take is presence. Sit with your loved ones, hold their hands, and speak of the life you have shared. Tell them what they mean to you, forgive past grievances, and celebrate the small joys that made your time together meaningful. Listen to their stories, their wisdom, their laughter, and their quiet reflections. In these moments, life feels more vivid, more urgent, and more beautiful. Do not wait for ceremonies or milestones to express gratitude and love. Do it now, while you still can. Life's brevity is not a cause for fear, but a reminder to embrace connection, kindness, and empathy. When we act with awareness and intention, we honor not only the lives of those around us, but the life within ourselves, leaving a legacy of presence, love, and memory that outlives even the certainty of death. In the end, life continues its rhythm, with or without us. The sun will rise, birds will sing, and the world will turn, indifferent yet beautiful in its constancy. Every moment we have is fleeting, a single breath in the vastness of time. Death, though inevitable, does not diminish the significance of the life lived. It reminds us to pay attention, to cherish laughter, to hold hands a little longer, to speak words of love before they are left unsaid. Perhaps the greatest gift of mortality is the clarity it brings, a reminder that each day, each encounter, each smile is precious. While the afterlife remains a mystery, the imprint of our actions, the memories we leave behind, and the love we share endure. Life is brief, fragile, and fleeting, but it is ours to live fully, with courage, compassion, and awareness until the final breath. When writing a script in this style, aim to balance reflection with vivid detail. Use a first-person or inclusive voice, we and you, to create intimacy and draw the audience into the experience. Alternate descriptive observation with philosophical reflection. Slow down for sensory details, then pause to explore meaning, questions, or emotions. Include anecdotes or stories, both real and illustrative, to make abstract concepts tangible and relatable. Use specific, precise details, even small or seemingly insignificant ones, to ground the narrative and make it memorable. Sprinkle rhetorical questions to engage thinking and encourage contemplation. Maintain a meditative, reflective, slightly poetic tone, even when describing difficult or clinical moments. Finally, guide the audience emotionally. Offer insights, moral reflections, or actionable advice, and close with universal truths or lasting impressions that resonate long after the script ends.